This is what we call here in Madagascar menakid. Literally translated, it's a little red, so it's just some kind of fried bird that we take as a breakfast. You can get one of these for I think $1 can get 20 of this. Why am I talking to you about this? You know that I just wanted to give you some perspective on costs and charges. So it's a quarter to 7 here in Madagascar. I have just dropped my eldest daughter to school, and the next move is dropping my autistic son Lucas to his school at 9 a.m. And if you remember, I am on a 9 to 5 job, and just want to give you an idea of costs and things that I am, censoring myself, or I was censoring myself. I refused to dream about because I didn't have the resources. Hi guys, my name is Hery. I'm a dad of a 14-year-old autistic son. I'm on a 9 to 5 job, and I am transitioning from a 9 to 5 job to building my online business so that I can get the flexibility that I want for helping develop my autistic son better, investing more into developing my autistic son. By flexibility, I mean flexibility in terms of time and schedule, because I want to be able to work anytime I want, and also free some more time to invest into the development of my son. But flexibility also mean financial flexibility, because I don't want to be in a situation anymore where I refuse to think about some solutions because I don't have the financial solutions. But this part, I think I got it covered. That I know I have a roadmap for that. I'll talk about it later. Or you can check also the roadmap that I am using by clicking on the link on the description of this video. And third, by flexibility, I'm thinking about location. Because when I'm thinking about the development of my son, some activities need to be done in some other countries or in some other places, some other cities. And this brings me to one of the situations what I've been through, I think it was last year. You know that my son is now 14-year-old. We have discovered that he is under the autism spectrum when he was 2.5 years. And we have, dealt with that by, without any instruction manual or any plan. We just dealt on a day-to-day basis, jumping from one school to another, jumping from one activity and one help to another. And to be quite frank, we are now wondering if it's high time we do again some kind of diagnosis to know where in this autism spectrum our son is as of today, because frankly we don't know, and we have no clear idea how to evaluate him, even though we can say that we have become specialists of Lucas. We don't know if we are helping him enough. We don't know if we are doing the right things, how he's working. We have some clues, but I guess more can be done. And from one discussion to another, I've talked to someone who told me that he has an acquaintance who is in the Réunion Island, which is our neighbors, because we are here in Madagascar. And I phoned that person who is in some kind of neuro something. I don't even remember what is the specialty of that person, but she's been presented to me as someone who is dealing with autism and autistic kids, and that she's doing some neuro thing so as to activate some parts of the brain that seems to be not really working well for autistic kids. So I have asked, I've called that person and I've discussed with her maybe an hour long or something like this. And although I understand what they're trying to do, they do some kind of diagnosis on what's working, what is a bit late or not activated in the brain of the autistic son, so on the autistic kids, and then based on that diagnosis, they are, helping the kid with some exercises that will trigger things that will make that part of the brain work. So that kind of exercises like driving some train or something like this. So that's what she explained to me, and this all makes sense. I don't know if it's going to be something that will work or will not work, but I understand what she explained to me. And it all makes sense to me, saying that, well, maybe there's something that is not working well or that may need to be triggered with my son. So even though it hurts me to think that there is something wrong with the brain of my son, because, well, we have approached this autism thing thinking that it's not a disease, it's just the way he is, and that we have to present things the way he understands it, the way he works. So trying to change, if we can say so, his brain is something that does not really fit into our conception of autism. But on the other hand, well, because we don't know what to do, I was considering this kind of options. But remember, I'm on a 9 to 5 job. So I was asking that person, I wasn't even asking how much would it cost. I was just wondering, how long would it take if we bring Lucas to that, experience, doing the diagnosis and then do the treatment. And then she told me that it will take at least 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Remember, I'm on a 9 to 5 job. 4 weeks means that I will take all my yearly day off and then take all my family there, because I can't imagine going there with him alone. Well, that may be possible, but this is something that we have to do as a family. So if I take that 4 weeks, this means that I, consume all my day off for this year. And what if I need to do something else after? I mean, if I find something else, if this is not working and then we need to do something else, then I have to wait for another year so that I have another day off so that I can consider other options. That's nonsense. That's why I say I need an activity or a business or a revenue generating activity that will allow me to have that time flexibility. And time is of an essence here, because at the end of the day, we will end up, trying a lot of activities, maybe doing some experiences and see what fits, see what resonates with him, and see what works and what doesn't work. So we are expecting that some things won't work, and that's the issue with I'm facing with today. And as I told you, I would have considered that solution despite the financial cost that it would charge us, because I can be confident enough that I found that online business or online activity that will allow me to finance it. Well, maybe not right away, but I guess maybe 1 year from now, because as I'm building this now, I would be financial free, so that I can travel the world and do whatever I want, or at least most of the things that I wasn't even considering for doing this. So it's not. I'm thinking of it as, let's just remove that financial constraint and think about what can be done. How can we work it out? And even though we don't have, or I suppose I don't have this financial constraint, everything is not, sorted out. And that's the issue that I am facing. And I don't know, where do you stand with your son, whether your daughter, who is under the autism spectrum, because At the end of the day, there's a saying in this autism community that goes like this: if you know someone with autism, you know someone with autism, which means that, well, they are all different, and we have to find as parents ways to help them to set up an environment that allows us, to help him develop more, and which means that we have to go through a lot of trials and errors and see what works, what sticks, what helps him. And this means that we have to do a lot of experiences. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. And feel free if you have some experiences like this, if this resonates with you. And if you are interested in how I am planning to sort out at least the financial as well as the time and location constraints, check the link on the description of this on this podcast and see if it resonates with you. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. That's fine. But I just wanted to share with you. That's for today, guys, and wish you a good day. Bye.